There on the field, the pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing "Fight, Balls, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The Nico Iamaleava era has begun at Tennessee. The Vols on the practice field today, getting ready to play Clemson in the Orange Bowl. As we've talked about earlier this week, the early enrollees are on campus. They are taking part in bowl practice. One of those is five-star quarterback Nico Iamaleava. Now, a picture came out onto the internet showing Joe Milton. Let's take a look at it. Joe Milton showing some leadership skills here, having a conversation with Nico Iamaleava. Now, as quick as this picture went up on Twitter, it was immediately removed from Twitter. Why would that be? Well, there are certain times throughout the course of practice that you are not allowed to have a cell phone out. I don't care if you're family, a coach, I don't care who you are not allowed to take pictures or videos, but you know what they say, the internet, it is forever. So you can see one of the members of our Facebook group there posting this picture. It's starting to trickle out on the internet, but I just think it's interesting. I think it's a neat picture because you're seeing Joe Milton already starting to mentor Nico Iamaleava, kind of show him the way. We're going to talk about it, but as always, you guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. That's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I'll be live Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing NCAA football, but we also talk Vol football, recruiting, transfer portal, whatever you guys want to get into, we'll get into it Sunday night. But let's go ahead and talk about it because it's going to be a conversation. And yes, we've still got a game to play. I'm excited about the Orange Bowl. We will kind of start to transition, talk about that a little bit more as we get closer to the game. But I want to jump ahead, man. I want to jump ahead because Nico is on campus. When we go into 2023, there is going to be a huge quarterback competition. $8 million says there will be a quarterback competition. Now, I've been on record multiple times. I think the job is Joe Milton's to lose. He'll have 2 full years in the system. He knows the playbook. He knows what Josh Heupel wants. There's a lot of value in that for Joe Milton. But you're bringing in a 5-star quarterback in Nico Iamaleava. And if you don't know who he is, I guess you've been sleeping under a rock. Everybody that's a fan of the Tennessee Vols knows about Nico Iamaleava from the time he started visiting, showing interest, committed, the rumors of the contract, #1 player out of the state of California. Some people say he's the second-ranked quarterback in the class. I disagree. I think he's the best quarterback in the class of 2023. Let me just lay this out there. He is such a big-time prospect. And yeah, does that guarantee success? Does being a big-time prospect guarantee success? A lot of people will look back to Harrison Bailey and say, well, we saw how that worked out. 5 stars don't necessarily matter. Nico is the 4th highest ranked prospect in the history of Tennessee football. Ahead of him, the #1 ranked prospect, Bryce Brown. #2, Eric Berry. #3, Khalil McKenzie. Nico Iamaleava, the 4th highest ranked prospect in the history of Tennessee football. So that is some pretty high expectations that are going to be on the young gunslinger. He's going to come in to compete. He's not just going to come in and sit down and watch, but it's going to be interesting because not only do you have Joe Milton, not only do you have Nico, you've also got Taven Jackson. It is going to be a quarterback competition, and I think Joe Milton's going to be the front runner. I think Nico's going to be hot on his heels, and we'll see. We'll see how Joe Milton does. I'm a big fan of Joe Milton. You guys know that. Anybody that's been a part of this channel for any length of time, you know I like Joe Milton, and part of that is the picture that I just showed you. The picture of Joe Milton out there being a leader. The videos of Hendon Hooker leading the band in Rocky Top, and you've got Joe Milton in the background just dancing and having a good time. He is a great leader. He is a great teammate. But Nico's going to be right on his heels. Nico's coming to compete. If you're not familiar, if you've not watched tape on Nico, let me just run through his scouting report. This is from 247 Sports. Greg Biggins, national recruiting analyst, says Iamaleava just continues to get better, and his upside is as high as anybody in the 2023 class. Got an athletic frame at 6'5", and is not just a talented quarterback, but a gifted volleyball player as well. Has made huge strides over the last year in terms of pocket feel, ability to throw on time, and anticipate. He always had a big arm, but now can change speeds, go through progressions, and make accurate touch throws down the field look easy. How many times do we see guys running wide open in this Josh Heupel offense? If Nico can connect downfield, who's to say he doesn't take over? Who's to say he doesn't take over in 2023? Goes on to say he has exceptional escapability and is just as dangerous outside the pocket as he is throwing in it. He's always a threat to take off and run for big yards when flushed or on a designed running play. He's a tough kid as well who will stand in and take a shot, and when he's running in the open field, he looks more like a big receiver than a signal caller. He's a natural leader with a high compete level and a great off-the-field work ethic. There are zero character concerns with him, and he's a future captain who other players gravitate towards. We've seen that in recruiting. We've seen it. Everybody gravitates towards Nico. Says there's not a throw on the field he can't make. He's comfortable throwing off platform or being creative when he needs to be, and combined with his rapidly improving football IQ and toughness, he has a chance to be a very special player at the next level and beyond. Again, that's the scouting report from 247 Sports on Nico Iamaleava, who is on campus. He's going through practice. I'm curious to see, I mentioned that picture getting deleted off of Twitter the second it went up, because again, you're not allowed to have cameras out. The only time cameras can be out is during the media, and I don't know if the media is available to attend the bowl practices. We'll see. I'm interested to see if footage comes out. I would love to see footage of Nico slinging the rock around in practice, but I don't know that will actually come out. But again, he's on campus. This is huge because he's seeing what it looks like, right? And you see Joe Milton talking to him. He's getting coached up. He's getting taught. He's going to have a better understanding of the playbook and of the schemes and what this coaching staff really wants to do when he comes into spring practice, and that's when the competition begins. Who puts in the work during the spring? I have no doubt that Nico's going to be working. Nico wants to compete, and Nico wants to start. He's going to put in the work throughout the spring. I'm sure he's going to get together for throwing sessions all throughout the summer, and then when we get into fall camp, this thing's full steam ahead. Again, my opinion, Joe Milton wins the starting job. How does that play out? Is he still the starter 4 games into the season, 6 games into the season? Xavier said the other night on the fan call-in show, I think he said by the Florida game, he thinks Nico's out there on the field. What do you guys think? 2023 early predictions. Does Nico have a chance to start? How much does money impact this? That's one of the big things with college football, and I know guys have always been getting paid. They've been getting paid under the table for years and years and years as college football. But there's a difference in getting a Lexus or a Mercedes and talking about millions of dollars. You don't invest millions of dollars in a quarterback to come sit the bench. But I truly think Josh Heupel is going to play the best guy. I don't think Josh Heupel is going to cave to pressure or expectations. But this fan base, I'm telling you guys, this fan base is going to be foaming at the mouth. The first time, you think it was bad with Harrison Bailey? Just sit back and wait. The first time Joe Milton misses somebody down the field, my phone's going to go off, and JP is going to be texting me saying it's Nico time. You're going to be looking at Twitter during the game. Anytime Joe Milton makes one single mistake, it's Nico time. So who gets lost in the shuffle here? Because Joe Milton is the guy that's going to take all the heat for any mistake, any interception, any missed throw, any overthrow. Nico's going to be the savior on the bench, the 5-star kid with $1 million arm. Taven Jackson's getting lost in the shuffle somewhere. I would not be surprised after spring to see Taven Jackson hit the transfer portal. And I hate to say that because I'm a big fan of Taven Jackson. I think he's a good kid. I think a lot of people, probably myself included, are overlooking Taven Jackson. But you guys hit the comment section. Would love to hear your thoughts on the early thoughts of the quarterback competition going into 2023. But I wanted to put the video out because Nico is on campus. The Nico Iamaleava era has begun. Love to hear what you guys think. As always, make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door and go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. As always, thank you to the members of the channel. You guys keep the lights on around here. Gets a little tough. Gets a little tough once football season ends. Everybody bails and the views go down, the memberships go down. I get it. It is what it is. But if you can support this channel, we would greatly appreciate it. Just 99 cents a month. You can hit that join button down below so we can bring you more content, more live streams. We appreciate it. That's going to do it. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.